Welcome to the most deleted, shadow banned, demonetized, censored, and trolled channel on social media. Recipient of the Patriot Warrior Purple Q Award. On or about 1965 or so, a grassroots group known as Sponge nailed the Democrats' motivation for inventing food stamps: to pay lazy, ignorant, easily manipulated minorities with taxpayer money to vote Democrat. Sucking off the public tit has become a generational way of life. As collateral damage to this method of manipulating people who would naturally hate them for the years of slavery, invention of the KKK, the many years of separate water fountains, seats in a diner, or in the back of the bus, the Tuskegee experiments, you would think that these oppressed people would wake up and realize that all of their problems, real or perceived, were deliberately caused by a single political party whose only concern was to establish mindless dependency of their entire race. The Democratic Party over these many years has succeeded beyond even their intentional expectations. Generations of people who have become entirely dependent on the public dole for their very existence have devolved into entitled, useless eaters who consume the resources of hard-working Americans whose charity has been made compulsory and involuntary, and whose livelihood is increasingly tapped in order to appease the voracious appetite of perpetual slaves of an entirely different sort. The old traditional form of slavery during Abraham Lincoln's time required brutality and the lack of human dignity that was difficult to maintain, and was tapping the limited resources of human labor without the benefit of technology. As it evolved, a richer source of exploitation, hard-working and productive Americans would take the place of the niggers pricking cotton. The plantation had gone the way of the dodo bird, but those who formerly picked cotton were newly enslaved into generational dependency on handouts. Those whose bread on the table and roofs over their heads were earned by the labor and or their ingenuity, whose former blessings were paid forward by their voluntary generosity, were now being involuntarily compelled to contribute to the public welfare by usurpation of a portion of their taxes. This effectively stole the blessings of their natural generosity and removed the natural gratitude of those being helped. And that gratitude over time became an expectation, a right, and finally, an entitlement. The entitled masses began to walk off the decades-old psychological plantation when the wildebeest lost the 2016 election, due in large part to the advent of social media and channels like this one, which has had 33 YouTube channels summarily deleted by the techno-Nazi Stasi cabal that has been in control of a uniparty since they murdered JFK on November 22, 1963. With the residents of the plantation abandoning the deep state, the only solution was to import a new batch of automatons who would vote Democrat out of gratitude. As long as the gimme-dats kept coming, the Democrat Socialist Party could be assured of complete immunity for rigging elections and for installing puppets like Joe Biden in much the same way as a plumber installs a toilet. But this strategy, which failed in 2016, had temporarily overwhelmed the system in 2020, when over 20 million Democrat voters were incentivized to cross the southern border illegally and occupy sanctuary cities, rigging the census and committing rampant voter fraud. The organization known as Sponge, that was handing out flyers in the mid-60s, would be seen as racist today because the acronym stood for the Society for the Prevention of Niggers Getting Everything. And I do not apologize for the epithet since it isn't mine. I'm just reporting that in light of what we see posted on TikTok lately by these career generational parasites, that the acronym and the epithet has taken 65 years to be proven true. And although I could give a rat's ass about the melanin in your skin, I want to thank all the TikTok dipshits who came out showing their true colors by looting stores and threatening to steal from legitimate shoppers in the parking lots of supermarkets. I live in a state where most people carry guns. Come here, assholes. Hashtag fuck around and find out. And so the decades-long scam has finally been exposed, and what was formerly cloaked in the garb of caring about needy Americans and the government usurpation of generosity is shown to be nothing short of voter bribery, using money that is stolen from productive American taxpayers by a bunch of bureaucrats who could give a shit about any of us. All they want is to line their own pockets by any means necessary, and what it has come down to is the requisite purge that needs to happen before all of our money is gone. There is no question about this anymore. Those who are able to work and choose not to should not be kept housed and fed by those who work and contribute to society. Those who have scammed the system should be made to pay all of it back into the U.S. Treasury. The politicians who invented this shit should have their assets seized, and they should be tried for treason. Of course, those who are disabled or are veterans should be taken care of. Military service should exempt a veteran from all taxes for the remainder of his or her life. The Trump administration and Doge is doing the only thing possible to eliminate the fraud and abuse which is designed to destroy this nation by causing factions of the population to fight amongst themselves, redirected the rage and animosity that should be focused against the deep state onto fellow citizens based on ethnicity, social class, political beliefs, or any other diversity that can be found. Play victim and play incompetent. Play any other part than the fucking traitors that you are. Be careful what you wish for. Karma's a bitch. And so, the majority of those who are probably watching this video are not on EBT. Those of you who are and are in genuine need of that assistance, I empathize with you completely. Those who are watching and are generational abusers of the public generosity or who do not belong to this country, you motherfuckers are another story altogether. You are the reason that people who need help are suffering. You need to get the fuck out of my country. If you're a politician who is leeching off the generosity of true Americans, your reign of psychological manipulation and grifting is now over. You're about to be run out of town, and your new residence will be the Gray Bar Motel. We the people demand that thieves be locked up, and if your illegitimate kids fathered by 6 different sires starve, well, whose problem is that? Mine? I don't think so, and I could care less. Their fate is your doing. The problem is, and has been, those in office who have perpetrated this abuse of the great generosity of the American people. We want the right to decide for ourselves, as individuals and as a community, who gets the benefit of our generosity. And we the people want the blessings that come from the act of paying it forward returned to us. We will be the arbiters of need and the judge of those who merely want to sit on their dead, capable asses. Those of you who are bitching and moaning saying that it's the taxpayer's responsibility to support your kids are in for a rude awakening from a nightmare that is really your fault and at the same time not your fault. Politicians in a certain party have exploited you and have stolen your dignity, and you know it. And because you know it, you should be ashamed for allowing your independence to be so easily usurped. Your shame has turned to rage. Those of you who have been brainwashed into believing that the world owes you a living at the expense of those of us who work our asses off and have contributed to the tax base, and we who are veterans who fought wars to defend this country have had enough of your bullshit. In the heartland of this country, you will pay the consequences of your chutzpah and entitled hubris. Try to rob one of us in a supermarket parking lot, and you'll likely get shot in the face. And being the experts of human exploitation that they are, with the unwavering assistance and loyalty of the legacy corporate media, who parrots their lies and makes you believe in the gospel of fake news, the Democrats have succeeded in redirecting your shame and guilt-based anger at the Republican Party that wants to free you from the neo-slavery of dependency and give you back your pride and dignity and restore your ability to be responsible. And by the way, while I'm kicking this dog, I'd like to know the constitutional basis for the billions of dollars we send to third world shitholes every year. And I'd like to see a detailed investigation of how many of you motherfuckers in Congress are getting kickbacks from the distribution of our wealth to towelhead sand nigger camel jockeys around the world who hate America. Fuck them, and coming soon to a theater near you, justice and vengeance. Be not deceived, God is not mocked, for he is slow to anger, but his wrath is swift and just. We have been dancing with the devil far too long, as the lyrics in God We Need You Now by Struggle Jennings say. It is only by the Lord's mercy and grace that we have Donald Trump as president. If the deep state has succeeded in Butler, Pennsylvania, America would be in deep shit. So be vigilant, pray, and let your gun be like American Express. Don't leave home without it. This is Dave from Net4 Truth USA, Inglorious Patriots, and I am Charlie Kirk.
Getting crazy, baby, chill. Don't medicate, just meditate. You waking up now, well, baby, you hella late. Educate, look at what's going on, let it resonate, accelerate. Find your inner hunger like you never ate. Agenda is to push the hate, separate and segregate. Don't celebrate quite yet, the storm is coming, Q, for heaven's sake. Violence that they demonstrate, instigate and penetrate. The values of our country and our God is what they desecrate. My fighters ain't no featherweight, pulling out the seams of the fabric that they fabricate. They feed us lies, manipulate, intimidate through fear and force, forcing us to sit and wait till we come together, congregate, and then we liberate. Praying that you give me strength to find some love amongst the hate. Marching on these streets of blood till I see the golden gates. Troubadour and troubled souls, one of God's servants. Blades out, cut the grass till we see the serpents.
One day I hope you see the truth. This puppet show stays on because of you fools. We've been dancing with the devil way too long. I know it's fun, but get ready to pay your dues. Oh God, come back home. This crazy world is filled with liars and abusers. We need you now before we're too far gone. I hope one day they finally see the truth. God, we need you now.
I know the truth is hard to swallow, just digest it. Suspected something's going on, but chose to just neglect it. Deflected by some breaking news, oh, we just accept it. Expected just to fall in line and follow their perspective. Don't question their objective, but I got a lot of questions. How these kids molested, but nobody's been arrested. Read it in the testament, these children are protected. So I'm fighting all these terrorists, both foreign and domestic. Refuse to be directed, lying not a sheep. Only kneel to my God, so I'm dying on my feet. Silence when we speak, but there's violence in the street. I've been rolling with the punches, I can't take it on the cheek. Drink speak from a glass half full, I'm optimistic. People are sadistic, so vicious and malicious. Praying for assistance to overcome opposition, or I'm gonna start resisting and then I'll pray for forgiveness.
One day I hope you see the truth. This puppet show stays on because of you fools. We've been dancing with the devil way too long. I know it's fun, but get ready to pay your dues. Oh God, come back home. This crazy world is filled with liars and abusers. We need you now before we're too far gone. I hope one day they finally see the truth. God, we need you now. We need you now. We need you now. We need you now. One day, one day, one day I hope you see the truth. This puppet show stays on because of you fools. We've been dancing with the devil way too long. I know it's fun, but get ready to pay your dues. Oh God, come back home. This crazy world is filled with liars and abusers. We need you now before we're too far gone. I hope one day they finally see the truth. God, we need you now.
I'm just getting warmed up. This is von Clausewitz shit. Total fucking war. I'm gonna pull the whole thing down. I'm gonna bring the whole fucking diseased, corrupt temple down on your head. It's gotta be biblical.
It's beautiful up here.
A more perfect stage could not be asked for.
I don't see any instruments.
Your powers of observation continue to serve you well. But wait! It is to Madame Justice that I dedicate this concerto in honor of the holiday she seems to have taken from these parts, and in recognition of the impostor that stands in her stead. Tell me, do you know what day it is, Evie?
November the 4th.
Not anymore. Remember the 5th of November, the gunpowder, treason, and plot. I know of no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. First, the overture. Yes, the strings. Listen carefully, can you hear it? Now the brass.
I can hear it.
Look outside, Mummy. They're playing music.
Just
comes the crescendo. How beautiful is it not?
Ever since the Great Awakening, thousands of content creators like myself have been burning the midnight oil well into the wee hours of the morning, and millions of us who are awake are not getting enough sleep. Everyone knows that a good night's sleep is essential for efficient functioning of the cognitive processes that enable a person to discern truth from fiction and deep state-induced woke dementia. Well, years before I was asked to be an advertiser for MyPillow, I have been using their products. The first product I used was, of course, the pillows. I was impressed with the comfort, and I was able to fall off to sleep almost immediately rather than having to fight a bag of foam and trying to get comfortable. The pillowcases and Giza sheets are absolutely the bee's knees, and I have sets for the 2 beds I have in my home. Another thing is their body pillow. I suffer from a lumbar spine injury that is exacerbated by my preference to sleep on my side. Having the body pillow to roll onto alleviates the pressure and mitigates the discomfort, allowing me to fall asleep quickly. Mike Lindell, a great American patriot, has an entire line of quality products that everyone should try. Once you sleep with the pillows and sheets, you'll throw the ones you have in the garbage or donate them to Goodwill. If you go to www.mypillow.com, there is a link in the description. As a viewer and subscriber to this channel, you can buy anything in the store for 66% off. That's 1/3 of the retail price. Just fill your shopping cart and use promo code N4T at the checkout. Take it from me, folks, I've been using Mike Lindell's products since 2015. There is nothing like them on the market, and I say this with 71 years of sleeping experience. Don't forget, use promo code N4T at checkout.